Right, so when we look at remainder theorem, so this is what we look at. For instance, if it is, you have a number that's 28 divided by 3, for instance, then the number 28 is called the
quotient, dividend.
Okay, so this is the dividend. What is the number 3?
Divisor.
Okay, so this is the divisor.
Quotient.
Okay, so this is 9. So this becomes the quotient. And then plus 1, right? What am I saying?
So what plus?
Remainder of 1, yeah? Okay? So if you rewrite this, so you can rewrite this and say 28 is the same as 9 times 3 plus 1. So dividend is the quotient multiplied by the divisor add the remainder. Okay, so this is how it goes, correct? Alright, so if I'm going to use the function of x to replace it, then I say fx, which is the dividend, which is the quotient, that's in terms of x, and then multiply by the divisor, and then add the remainder. So the remainder probably with x or probably just a constant. Okay? Now, what we have also done is such that if you have a way to find, like, let's say here, for example, we know that the divisor is probably something like x plus 1 or whatever it is, right? Okay? So in this sense, if you are going to make that x plus 1 equal to 0, then you are substituting x for a value of negative 1, right? So if you had substitute the value of x to be negative 1, what happened to this whole thing here? It will become a 0, right? So then the function of x when x equals negative 1 should give you the remainder when x equals to negative 1, isn't it? Right? So this is the remainder theorem. Okay? So that's how we are looking at it. Okay? Alright, so for instance you have something like this. So what is the remainder when this fx, which is x cubed, plus 2x squared minus x plus 3 when it is divided by x minus 1? So yes, this is the question. So what is the function of x here? So the function of x here is x cubed plus 2x squared minus x plus 3, right? Which is that thing, right? So what is the divisor? What is the divisor? It must be x minus 1, right? Okay? Right? So what are you substituting actually? You are substituting x to be 1, isn't it? So if you substitute x equals to 1, then you have x of 1, which is 1 cubed, plus 2 times 1 squared, minus 1 plus 3. What do you get? 5, right? So meaning, if this fx, which is x cubed plus 2x squared minus x plus 3, if you are going to divide by x minus 1, you get a remainder of 5. Okay? So this is the remainder theorem. So let's check. Let's do our division. Remember this division? Yes. So do I still need to write the x cubed and whatever on top? No, right? So I just write the coefficient, yeah? So plus 1, plus 2, negative 1, and plus 3, yes? And what is the root that we're supposed to write here? 1. Okay, so this will be a 1, positive, yes? So the first number, we just write it down, and then multiply, and then we add, multiply again, you add, multiply again, and then you add, right? So this is the remainder, which is the same here. Okay? Of course, you can do a division, or you just use the remainder theorem by substituting x equals to 1 in the original function. You get the remainder. Okay? So this is remainder theorem.
So you can do it